Hello! Welcome to Loft Squatch Adventures. We are the Loftus family and we are on a mission to visit every state park in the state of Texas. This week we went to Cedar Hill State Park and would love for you to come along for the adventure. So we got our truck, everything is packed. I managed, with the help of my mother-in-law, to get the trailer hooked up, lights working, everything's good. And she is ready to go. The kids are over here getting out some energy before we're stuck in the car for 3 hours on our way to the state park. As soon as Todd is off work, we are jumping in and heading out. All right, so there's a Sasquatch that somebody put on my chair. Which Sasquatch is that?
First one?
It's Harry. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all excited to go to Cedar Hill State Park? All right. Dada, you excited? He doesn't look excited. Well, we've made it, but as you can see right through those trees, there is a major highway, and it is very noisy. You can see the back side of our campsite. This is a very short campsite we got. You see that airplane up there? Already heard a lot of air traffic too, like right there. So yeah, already a little for this state park. And we were told that most of the trails are closed, so that sucks. There is apparently a 2-mile paved trail that we will be able to do, and like a little historical thing that we're going to check out tomorrow. As you see down there, there's a lot of trash that was left behind by whoever was here. See trash here. It's a little disappointed so far. I don't know if y'all can hear the airplane over the video game, but that's all we can hear is airplanes and helicopters and airplanes and traffic. Like, it would be quieter if I was in my backyard back home.
Died again. A monstrous. Yeah.
Alright guys, this is the entrance. Got like a waiting area because they do get really busy. They have little bathrooms here though if you're having to wait to check in. Of course we checked in last night. But we're gonna do a driving tour and show y'all what all we can see. Like I said last night though, the all of the dirt hiking trails are you're not allowed on them right now because they got a lot of rain and they have very clay-like soil, and we've seen that firsthand. It's so muddy, so we're not gonna be able to do very much hiking. She did say there was one paved trail that we might be able to do, but we're gonna see what else we can discover and what else the park has to offer. checking this out. We're gonna see what this little sign says.
Coaties.
Oh, that's cool. Check that out.
Now you got coat.
Uh-oh, here comes the duckies.
The ducky's back.
I don't want to scare them off.
See the pretty duckies? That's I'm pretty sure that's a male and female. That's why they look different. Oh, where are they taking us? We can follow the ducks? They waddle waddle.
Sorry, we don't have no bread for you duckies.
I like the ducky.
Yeah, they've been around people. Yeah, this bird's really neat.
Bye-bye, duckies.
Bye-bye. They don't mind being like,
No, because they're used to people.
yeah, but they don't like people.
I bet if you had some bread in your hand, they would come and take it out of it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Duckies love bread.
So this is some of the day use area. It's really nice. You can tell they've worked on it. Looks like you could do some fishing.
And swimming.
No, not swimming here, but swim here. And I mean, not right now because it's cold. That water would be so cold.
I'm curious if they haven't, why they haven't mowed because all the people.
Maybe.
And they're like, man, we want people to see them. Yes, it is. Now, if it's on your property, it's not. But out in the wild and everything,
Yep. The blue bonnets are starting to come out. Have y'all seen the little claws? Look, blue bonnets right inside these little pods have claws. See?
What did they have?
They're not real claws, they're just what we call them. Look at all the blue bonnets over there.
That's a whole pack of blue bonnets.
A whole pack of blue bonnets. Let's go check out this group gazebo up there.
All of them blue bonnets? Like,
Yeah.
is that what they?
Yeah, that's gonna be blue bonnets.
Wow, that's gonna be pretty.
It is when they get more bloomed. It's gonna be beautiful. I think the ducks are following us. I see a head over there.
They're like, where's our food? People feed us.
See the ducks coming? See them? There they are. They're like, where are y'all going? During the summer, that is a swim area. It looks really nice. It's got a little beach area and it's got a little playground over there. So that would be something fun to do during the summer. I can imagine it's really packed during the summer too, but that's pretty cool. So this is like a group picnic area. And then you got your lone picnic table over here, and then you got your big gazebo area. It looks like it's missing picnic tables. And it looks like there's some trash that people left behind. But it's got a nice grill set up where you can cook a lot of food. Yeah, we're gonna pick up all this trash before we leave. I'm gonna leave place nicer than we found it. But it's a nice little area to do a group activity if you wanted to come out here for the day. There's our buddies.
Frankie's
Frank and Sally.
Frank and Sally, we've named them. Hi, Frank and Sally.
Which one's Frank? That one?
I don't know.
Normally the males are the ones that are more colorful, so Frank would be the one with the green head, but I don't know if that is true with ducks. I just know with most birds, the colorful ones are the males.
Let's just go there.
All right, we gathered up trash. Ellie, get that little bottle cap right there. And we're gonna take it down there to that dumpster since other people weren't able to. Everybody's got some trash. Oh, Ellie, there's a water bottle right there on the grass. Look over there. Something we always try to do when we hike, camp, is to pick up trash and leave the place nicer than we found it. Did he step in mud?
Oh yeah, right in. Not even looking, paying attention.
Mud. Mud. This is why we can't go on the trails. Alright guys, that was actually only a tour of half of the park. We're going to stop for lunch, but I just kind of want to show y'all down there on ours again in the daylight. There's a Xander. I don't know what a Xander's doing, but there is not a lot of space with ours at all. And
Now can we go exploring down there in that area?
no, you can't go exploring down there in that area. Look at that area.
Where this thing was at the stairs.
I thought you were hungry. Are you not hungry now?
I said I was just a little hungry.
You're just a little hungry. Gotcha. Yeah, this is, I mean, we're backed in. It is small. I do not recommend this loop at all. Some of the other loops are much better. This one is so small and everybody is packed in here. And I do not like it one bit. Do you like it, Zenda? No.
And there's airplanes and noise.
So some of the bathrooms are closed and they have like porta potty type things. But the bathrooms that are open are decent. You can tell they're older, but they're still in good shape and they do keep them clean. By a vacant campsite, don't be these people. Don't be these people. So I'm not going to do too much on Penn Farm because there is a lot on this, but this is where we're at right now, doing some exploring because these trails are open to the public. So that's very cool. It has all these little things. We passed by a bunch of farm equipment. It's got the old barn, another old shed down there we're going to check out. Very, very cool. Eleanor, you are not climbing in there. All right, guys, so we are back home. We actually cut the trip short. We only stayed Friday night. We did not stay Saturday night. And also, forewarning, I am playing with different types of videoing, so this is all kind of new to me to try to figure out what's best to get the best type of video for you guys. I'm trying something different this time, and I'm going to try something else different this coming weekend when we go to Arrowhead State Park. So bear with me on the cringiness of my videos. But pros and cons of Cedar Hill State Park. It's a big park, so that's a lot to explore. Unfortunately, as soon as we got there, we were told all dirt trails were closed. So that was basically all the hiking trails. So we did not get to go hiking at all, which is a big thing for us, something that we really love to do. Our camping loop was probably the worst camping loop. It was so crowded and the sites were so small and right on top of each other that it was really kind of uncomfortable for us. I think we're a little spoiled because we're used to Possum Kingdom and Mineral Wells, which are the ones that are closest to us. And those are just such nice state parks. We will be reviewing those later this summer. But yeah, I was really disappointed with our loop. Now, when we drove through some other loops, we saw some really awesome sites that were very secluded, very nice trees, like where you really feel like you're in the woods. So maybe it just depends on the site you're in. Also, where we were at was really close to the highway, so you could hear traffic constantly. And on top of that, there is an airport nearby. I think someone told me it was Meacham. I'm not 100% sure, but constantly airplanes that are pretty low flying over, helicopters. So you hear a lot of vehicle traffic and a lot of air traffic, which was really disappointing for us to be in a state park. And like I said, we did not get to do any of the trails. So that was really disappointing. We did tour the Penn Farm that was available, where you could still go to that, and that was really awesome. I love historical things, as I've mentioned before, so it was really, really fun to get to tour that. And we got to find a bunch of geocaches. Now, obviously, we didn't find all of them that are in the park because some of them are on the trails that we didn't get to go explore. So we will be going back to Cedar Hill at some point in the future. We will be picking some of the sites that we saw that we liked a lot better than where we stayed, and hopefully choose a drier time of year where those trails will be over. We understand why the trails were closed. They had gotten a lot of rain previous days before, and they have this type of mud that just completely like destroys the trails. Like, so we saw some of the mud in some of the campsites, and it was really okay. I get why you don't want people on your trails whenever it's wet like that. So I understand why they closed the trails. It was just disappointing for us in our stay this time around. Overall, if road traffic and air traffic doesn't bother you, it is a beautiful state park. There are some campsites that are really nice. It does have a good sized lake to go fishing on with a lot of boat ramps, and it does have tons of day use areas. I don't think I've ever seen a state park that has as many day use areas as this one did. Now, we did have some issues with some of the bathrooms that looks like they are still needing to renovate some of their bathrooms, and so they have like the porta potty trailers. And I think that might still be part of the flood that happened in 2015. So there's parts of the park that was completely closed down because it was completely flooded back in 2015, and they've been recovering ever since. So I think some of that is still, they're choosing what to renovate and redo. And you can tell they have a lot of new structures out there, but there's still some that they're needing to work on. So that might get better as time goes by, we shall see. But I hope y'all enjoyed our trip to Cedar Hill State Park, and next weekend we're on to the next adventure. And thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos, please hit that subscribe button and tag along on our adventure.